In our last episode, we left the ranch house and traveled to the intersection of the Glen and Richardson highways, also known as the Hub, and proceeded south on the Richardson, where we visited America's largest national park and saw Alaska's largest active volcano. We then enjoyed an incredibly scenic drive through Thompson Pass, the Worthington Glacier, Keystone Canyon, Bridal Veil Falls, before finally arriving at our next camp location, Bear Paw RV Resort in Valdez, Alaska. From Florida to Alaska, from the East Coast to the West Coast, join Jane and Steve celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary, traveling across North America in the cool Nana Coach, their 27-foot Freedom Elite Class C motorhome, as they visit the many beautiful points of interest in all 50 United States on their golden anniversary adventure. Valdez, Alaska is one of the most beautiful areas in the world. Located near the head of a deep fjord in Prince William Sound, Valdez is a mix of tidewater glaciers, rainforests, and majestic mountains, wildlife on both land and sea, and so much more. There are 7 RV parks in Valdez, and reservations are certainly a must, as Valdez is a must-see location for travelers to the 49th state, and sites fill up very fast for the spring and summer seasons. We were very fortunate to secure a site at the Bear Paw Park 3 months before our anticipated arrival date. Located across the street from the small boat marina, it was an excellent location for us. Orcas, humpback whales, otters, sea lions, and birds are among the many animals that make their home in Prince William Sound. Day-long cruises will take you to some of the best vantage points for viewing not only them but the mountains and the glaciers. We selected a cruise on the Lu Lu Belle Wildlife and Glacier Tour, as it is a smaller vessel with a smaller crowd on board. We truly scored a home run with the Lu Lu Belle and Captain Fred. Captain Fred guides you throughout the cruise and narrates your experience, noting Alaska's wilderness, whales, other wildlife, and Prince William Sound's majestic glaciers, Valdez's busy harbor, and the terminus of the world's famous Trans-Alaska Oil Pipeline. Lu Lu Belle is not like other tour vessels you may have visited, and you'll recognize that as soon as you step aboard and see the plush atmosphere of teak and mahogany set off with beautiful oriental rugs. Captain Fred and his crew take special care to assure your comfort and safety while on the Lu Lu Belle. Captain Fred shares his knowledge of Alaska's Prince William Sound and its ecosystem from his 47 years of experience on these waters. We enjoy the comfort and luxury aboard the Lu Lu Belle, Alaska's most plush tour vessel. The cabin on Lu Lu Belle is comfy and warm, and the crew offers coffee, hot chocolate, and snacks throughout the cruise. As we depart the dock, we encounter a commercial fisherman from the New St. Joseph, a commercial fishing vessel contracted with the Peter Pan Fishery, as he travels across the harbor in a dinghy to visit the town while his vessel is being unloaded at the fishery dock.
Between high and low water. We have extremes that go as much as 18 feet between high and low water. Now, even if that big old pump over there were saying,
It's a kind of cold, dismal, cloudy day as we depart the harbor, and we certainly hope the weather conditions improve.
California did come.
Alrighty, we're on the SS Lu Lu Belle, out of
very
Valdez.
northwest tip of
A
Washington
little bit
State.
brisk here today. James dressed summer. the return.
Yes, it's
And eastward.
Immediately outside the harbor, we see a group of sea otters swimming about, fishing, and playing with each other. The sea otter is a marine mammal, native to the coast of the northern and eastern North Pacific Ocean. Adult sea otters typically weigh between 30 and 100 pounds, making them the heaviest members of the weasel family, but among the smallest marine mammals. Unlike most marine mammals, the sea otter's primary form of insulation is an exceptionally thick coat of fur, the densest in the animal kingdom. Although it can walk on land, the sea otter is capable of living exclusively in the ocean. The sea otter inhabits near-shore environments where it dives to the seafloor to forage. It preys mostly on marine invertebrates such as sea urchins, various mollusks and crustaceans, and some species of fish. Its foraging and eating habits are noteworthy in several respects. Its use of rocks to dislodge prey and to open shells makes it one of the few mammal species to use tools. We pass a heavily forested, mountainous, snow-capped island with a large glacier-fed waterfall. As Captain Fred brings Lu Lu Belle about and close to the island, he explains that the only way to view this area is by boat, and he advises us to scan the forested areas for small white spots. These white spots are bald eagles. He continues to explain facts about the bald eagles as we excitedly spot them in the trees.
Between 4 and 5 years for an eagle to get his weight in.
As the cruise continues past the rocky, cave-lined coast of Heather Island, the captain explains how it serves as a great habitat for seabirds.
Also, notice these splits and cracks and holes in the rocks, little caves and so forth. Well, perfect for the seabirds. Well, here we are. This is exposed side of the island that has the perfect living conditions, caves for different birds to come in.
Captain Fred continues to explain how the bird, commonly known as a sea parrot, the puffin, finds these rocky enclosures and caves the perfect place to lay their eggs and raise their young.
Everyone on deck, although thrilled to see these bald eagles in the wild, are anxiously anticipating seeing the elusive puffin. Puffins are seabirds that feed primarily by diving in the water. They breed in large colonies on coastal cliffs or offshore islands, nesting in crevices among rocks or in burrows in the soil. Puffins eat small fish around 2 to 6 inches long, mainly sandy, sprat, capelin, herring, hake, and cod. Captain Fred knows where these small birds nest, mainly in sea caves, and expertly maneuvers Lu Lu Belle into several of these caves in hopes of spotting the elusive bird. We actually find one poking his head from his nest in a small crack in the upper wall of one of these caves. The tufted puffin nest mostly in deep burrows, which they dig into cliff edges and slopes. They can be more than 5 feet deep.
sea lion. Who was on the rock on our left-hand side? Now you know, I hate sea lion. I told you that already. So, Puffin or no Puffin, we got the heck out of here as fast as we could go. Good. Well, sea lions kill salmon. I've already told you about that. So we were hanging out. And, the adult male stellar sea lion, they average 50.
We passed by several sandy beaches on which we observed congregations of seals and sea lions.
Tell me what the number is. Have they been branded? Some of them have been branded. Well, the brands are always on their left side. They're much on that. Anyway, I'll tell you about that later. Don't even stink.
Seals and sea lions are marine mammals that differ in physical characteristics and adaptations. Sea lions are brown, bark loudly, walk on land using their large flippers, and have visible ear flaps. Seals have small flippers, wiggle on their bellies on land, and lack visible ear flaps. We see seals, sea lions, and Stella sea lions together on the shores and in the waters playing, barking, and sometimes even fighting. Interesting to see these seals and sea lions, but it's puffins we're really after. Captain Fred continues to precariously maneuver Lu Lu Belle into several sea caves, hoping to spot puffins, but to no avail. We watch for the bird droppings to hopefully locate the nest. There are indeed nests that we cannot see, as one of the passengers is struck by a present from a defecating bird. Captain Fred jokingly announces this is a sign of good luck.
Now don't worry. If you get pooped on by a puffin, it's good luck. I know about cormorants, but we don't puffin damage good luck.
Still hoping to see some puffins, we continue and pass by yet another group of seals and Stella sea lions. A bald eagle flies by and lands in the trees above. They are interesting and great to see, but we want to see puffins. Almost impossible for most of the passengers to see. I spot one high above in the cracks. But as we exit the cave, a small flock of puffins is spotted about a mile offshore, to the delight of the sightseers. the frigid temperatures continue, and Jane and I are grateful we dressed properly for the cruise.
Those icebergs ahead on the right, they're hitting the bottom. There's a hill there. Now that hill was caused by the face of the glacier. At one time, the glacier face was right against that island on the right side and extended all the way across where that wrinkly water is, over to the left where the Bear Rock begins, way up to the left. That's where the face of the glacier was when Vancouver first saw it. Here it's only 220 feet deep. Well, actually, that's where the face of the glacier was when the Harem and the Alaska expedition was here. 1899.
We begin seeing small flows of ice, actually small icebergs that get increasingly larger. The air temperature has been continually dropping, and it is very cold on deck with a swift breeze bearing down on us. Eventually, the vessel slows down, avoiding icebergs as the bay is now full of ice chunks of all sizes. The pristine waters of Columbia Bay act as a mirror for the majestic mountains surrounding us. Captain Fred skillfully maneuvers his vessel through what can only be described as an immense ice field of huge chunks of ice and icebergs spawned from the ever-retreating Columbia Glacier, which we can now see from almost 12 miles away. The awesome beauty of the magnificent Chugach Mountains reflects off the waters of Columbia Bay as we finally approach our key destination for the day, the Columbia Glacier. As we turn past this huge rock formation, Captain Fred explains that this rock was actually covered by the glacier a mere 10 years ago. A school of dolphins join us as we approach the glacier and thrill the passengers with their acrobatic swim alongside the Lu Lu Belle. The Columbia Glacier is in Prince William Sound on the south coast of Alaska and is one of the fastest moving glaciers in the world and has been retreating since the early 1980s. It was named after Columbia University. The head of the main branch of the glacier originates at the saddle between Mount Witherspoon and Mount Einstein. The glacier twists its way through the western Alaska Chugach Mountains. The bald streak at the bottom of the mountains, called the trim line, shows this glacier has lost 1,300 feet of thickness. It has also retreated nearly 12 miles since the last measurement was taken.
Please hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you won't miss our future episodes.
Glaciologists tell us that the ice we floated in the basin could have come from snowflakes that fell back about the time of Christ. And they say this ice is very old, 10,000 years old. They know where it's come from. Now, just exactly how they determine how it gets somewhere.
We left the Port of Valdez shortly before 10 a.m. this morning and have had a thrilling cruise. Billed as a wildlife and glacier tour, it has not been disappointing in the least.
It's now 5:30 p.m., and we are just starting back after 7.5 hours on board. We have seen sea otters, bald eagles, Anhingas, Stella sea lions, seals, puffins, and dolphins today. But we are not done yet. Through his binoculars, Captain Fred has spotted a fabulous surprise for us, and he has changed Lu Lu Belle's heading for us to enjoy what he has spotted off in the distance. A pod of orcas, killer whales with their calves. Careful not to get too close, Captain Fred skillfully navigates Lu Lu Belle to afford us an exciting scene as a young orca calf shows off to its mother with several acrobatic full breaches from the waters of Columbia Bay.
We hope you enjoyed traveling with us on our journey to Alaska, and hope you'll join us on our next episode of our Golden Anniversary adventure, The Road to Alaska.